A bad one, they want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield on first down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Slam, slam, slam. Save. Up, pistol.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Set, 20.
Third and long for Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Check, 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 check.
Toss play, Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You kill. Right over there. Right over there.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Breeze now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Kamara trying again. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get me.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. No score after one on EA Sports. Puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And the Browns first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, Charlie. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Trying to get it to Landry there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Mike 58, right there. I'm coming after you. Easy.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Focus, defense, focus. Go, go. 58 to the right. Hey, defense.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
53, Mike 53. Here we go, here we go. Hey, kill.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job. By that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready? Y'all are waiting? Check 53 is mine. Get your swerve on. Watch it. Check 43.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Right there. All day, baby.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Lutz's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert! You got me right. Don't be scared. Mike, 55. Right there. Hey, Orbit. I got it.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
0-2, 0-2. 58, Mike. We don't want this.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right, stays on his feet. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Ready.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, zoom. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Man out. Get it.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check hot route. Hot. 21.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Thomas the intended target, and it's third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
53. Hey, 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Watch the run. Hey, Delta. 58's the Mike.
Breeze going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready? Y'all are waiting? Easy, opposite. Watch the out. Hey, high 7. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Come on. Check. 58, boys, 58.
Throwing on second and 14. Breeze over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13.
Right over there. Yeah. Hey, Haywood. I got you. 58 to Mike. 58. You're good. High 4, ready. 58, boys, 58 to Mike. You're my best.
To throw is Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. Check.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Kill.
They run it again with Kamara. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it third and
5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. Third and 5.
Sammy. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Breeze now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 55, Mike 55.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 55 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check, 53's Mike. Mike, go. Mike, 53. Ready, take.
Breeze now. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 31, Breeze. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Gets it to Strong. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Regular.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 26-yard line.
Good. 180. Real.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Run. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. You ain't doing nothing. Hey, exit. Let's go.
Now Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Hey, we got 5. 53. Coming. Check. 53's mine.
To throw is Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I got one. Hey, wahoo. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. I'm coming. Let's go. 11. Number 53, Mike 53. You're good. Mike 4, ready. SOS. Sammy. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Fresno. Kill. Play tight.
Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. It got his man complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now, they took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
Now Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. 11. Hey, easy. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
Breeze to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wheel. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please.
As we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, take the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Kamara now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready. Well, waiting. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
On the ground, Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 5-1. 58.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 23 yards on the play. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Check 13. Out. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
He's crazy. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Kill. Switch. 5-8.
Breeze to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie there to bat that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
11. Hey, easy. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D. Hey, Foxtrot. It's going to be a long day. 58 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Hey, 5-8. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. 36. And 58 is a Mike. Well, 58's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On second and goal. Breeze being chased out left. Now Breeze lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Ready. 95-56, 95-56. Cut.
On second and 15 now. Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6-man.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Don't get nervous.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Mayfield to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
180. 55. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
King!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Running with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
0-2.
53 is the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Big stop, let's go. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Oh, yeah.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
21. 58,
boy, 58 is Mike.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. Taking it about the 16. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Ready? Yellow waiting. 53. 53. I'm coming. Hey, Alpha. Shot.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready? 95-56.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby. Ready? Yellow waiting.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Ready? 5-8. 53. Mike. Watch the run.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield on play action. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Point it right. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Push him back. Bravo. Mike's 47. Run. You can't block me. Check 30. Hey, alert 33.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First down, Browns.
20. 20. 27.
Right here.
36. 36.
No.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can't be stopped.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Breeze now to throw. And Josh Hill has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Check.
Kamara trying the right side. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
13. Target. Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, Charlie. Situation. Let's go.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 24 yards. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Set.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
55 miles, 55. Come on, the ball. Sponge.
Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Mayfield down, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Switch it. Come on.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check out. You're good. I'm forward, ready.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this out past the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. 95-56. We own it. We own it.
Breeze now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
24-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Hey, we got Mike, number 52. You're good. I'm forward, ready. Check. 53's Mike.
Breeze to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Real. Mike 55.
Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle to Beckham. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Shoot. X3, 218, chopper.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Hey, let's go. Yeah. You don't want to know. 5-9. Bring her, guys. Fight for the...
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, orbit. Let's make these things work.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. is incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch the safety creep. 58 to Mike. 2.
Bree's going to go on fourth down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready, yellow lady. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Kill. 58, boys, 58, come on. Check right. Check forward. Switch. Switch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. Breeze to throw for it on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
53 to Mike. Hey, high 7. 53 to Mike.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
It's been a long day for you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Breeze to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, it'd be up in the 300s right now.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.